On this week's episode of True Athletes, we have Gabriele Andriulli, winner of the Arnold Classic UK Pro Wheelchair.
So here we are, man. So how are things over there in Italy?
What? Excuse
I
me,
said,
because you have to speak slowly because you know that my English is not perfect, but I'm
okay.
improving it. But my English is not yet perfect, you know.
Oh, I can dig it. Right on. I was just asking, so how are things in Italy now that you're back home?
Yeah. Now in Italy is very good. You know
Hmm.
that last month I was in USA and I
Hmm.
lived in Florida in Boca Raton for two reasons. The first reason is that I need to focus again on my work on bodybuilding because I lost my focus and my determination just because in 2023 I had some personal problem. So I went there in USA to solve my problem and to focus again on my work. And there I trained every day, meeting Kai Green and other big bodybuilders. So I was so I really focus again because I push very hard there. Just
Hmm.
seeing and breathing that hard bodybuilding. Um, Now in Italy is different because
Hmm.
I'm returned here from 1 week, just not 1 week, just a few days
Hmm.
after Arnold Classic UK.
Right.
You know
Congratulations
that,
on that win. I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
didn't even mention that,
yeah, but
but yeah. Heck
yeah,
yeah.
I have to say that this time in Arnold Classic UK we were just in two athletes, but
Mhm.
only because four athletes that signed the contract didn't come there, and
Mhm.
it was not very good. But I know also that I was in my best condition, maybe.
Mhm.
Also, if maybe my best condition was in USA, but in USA, you know that I arrived there a second,
Mhm.
uh, and I have to do yet something to be the best version with my body. But
Right.
I'm really working on it. Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, I had a similar thing happen to me. Like as far as competing at the Arnold Amateur there in Columbus,
yeah,
Ohio. Yeah, nobody showed up, just me. So hey, I won, but and I brought like a really good package. I was in good condition, but I didn't really get to compete. Now, I guess that's the only downside. I mean, I did get to showcase, my package, kind of like you're saying, like you got to showcase yourself for the UK. Um, but aside from that, it wasn't like the big competition. Now, yeah, you pros though. What was it? It was seven of you guys. So there were seven, and you came in second place to Rashish John.
yeah,
Um, I thought you brought a hell of a package. Like like I don't know how you do it with the like with your conditioning, man. You have this
yeah,
thing right here. You look like a superhero up there. I'm telling you.
yeah. Yeah, I have.
So.
I'm lucky there because on my abdominals I have this part on the left
Hmm.
of the abdominals that I'm completely with the nerves that
Hmm.
works.
Nice.
On the right, I have not all that looking, but. But I think that that part of my body is one of the better part to see because it's very impressive. I know it, so
Mhm.
I show it many times during the competition on the stage.
Right.
I've
Right.
learned to show it. Also, if I have also a little problem on my stomach here,
Mhm.
because I have a ferita, cicatrice. I don't know in English what
It's
is
like
the
you
name.
have is it a suprapubic catheter? Is what you're talking about? Like where
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
because
run for? Yeah.
they sew me here on
Okay.
the low abdominals.
Okay.
So I need to have a little surgery on my skin to completely distend it.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Kind of
But
stretch that skin back out.
yeah, but now next week I will have a little surgery because I have a little problem.
Oh
I
wow.
know that is difficult to speak about this on a podcast, but I have a little problem to a testicle is
Okay.
in English, because I have broken my testicle
Ooh.
going yes, going inside uh, um, my car,
Okay.
because
Gotcha.
I live uh, I live alone, and every time you know that I have to um, uh, the wheelchair to
Transfer into the car.
yeah, to transfer
Like
the wheelchair.
right.
And
Mhm.
every time I stayed on my on my testicles, and
Mhm.
at the end of the right
Mm.
testicles broke, and now I
Good
have
God.
to, yes, they
Mhm.
have to cut and
Mhm.
to sew again the membrana inside
Mhm.
around the testicle, because
Okay.
in this moment I am losing many fluid,
Oh,
so it's very
gotcha.
difficult.
Gotcha. So when did this happen? This just happened, the
Yeah,
last couple of days?
this happened many months ago,
Oh,
and
okay. Gotcha.
also during the period there in USA, I used just a syringe,
Yeah.
injection
Uh-huh.
to fill out the organic fluid. It was
Oh, wow.
yes, it was not
Man.
very good, but but
So yeah, who knew you were going through all that? My goodness, because like,
yeah.
so,
So so my
you went through you went through the meet and greet, you went through like the competition, you went through everything, two competitions with this. Like that's
yes,
tough,
but
man. That is tough.
I had a big balls, a big ball under me on the
Good God, man.
stage.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hey, look. I had it's been this has been 2 years ago. I lost like 15, 20 pounds when it happened, but I had like a similar problem, but it was from like a COVID. COVID actually got into like my kidneys and down into the growing area, testicles and stuff. Mine swelled up like this. I couldn't move. I was crying. I was crying. Like there's no way in hell I could have competed. I couldn't even get out of bed. Like it was all I could do to get to the hospital and go, please help me.
yeah,
Yeah.
for this problem at the beginning, I was planning to go also to Toronto, no, again,
Uh-huh.
because I compete in Toronto, I think 4 or 5 times, and I won that competition 2 times. But
Right.
now with this problem, I think that now I'll have this surgery, and then I just rest for 2 weeks because I need that, and then I begin to prepare for Mr. Olympia directly. Yeah.
Right. Right. Gotcha. Gotcha. So yeah, get over this thing, go compete at the Olympia and miss out on the Toronto Super Show. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I mean,
you know that
you gotta heal up right. You gotta heal up right for sure.
yeah,
You just have
yeah,
to.
our division now is very hard because there are
Mhm.
many athletes, many good athletes.
Right.
So I know that I have so much work to do now, and it's important that I do that that, that I do it in my best way. And
Mhm.
you know also that I am 44 now,
Right.
and now is beginning slowly my. I'm not I'm no more the Gabriele of some years ago, because my body need more rest, need
Mhm.
more time to grow, and need
Right.
more time also to get in condition. So it's very, very hard now.
So you were a bodybuilder before you ever got injured, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah. I had the 20 competition before my injury,
Mhm.
and I began to train in 1994 when I was just 14 years old.
Wow.
And then you see me, yeah. And then
Mhm.
I competition was in 2000, and
Mhm.
in the beginning I competed in federation, you know, in NABA federation. That was the federation of Serge Nubre in the past.
Okay.
Um, I stayed there until 2005. Then in
Mhm.
2006, I went to the IFBB Federation,
Okay.
and then after my accident, I came in NPC in
Mhm.
USA, because I came in USA. I came to USA uh, to find something for the spinal cord injury, you know,
Mhm. Mhm. Right. Okay.
because in that moment I had not I wasn't conscious that
Mhm.
wheelchair maybe will be my legs for all my life.
Right.
So I travel all over the world to search
Mhm.
something to that works, that clinically works. I went,
Gotcha.
to the Chris
Now,
Reeve.
what year did you get injured? I didn't mean, sorry to cut you off. What year was all this that this went down?
My injury level.
No, what year? What year did it happen?
2011 in
Okay,
December.
gotcha.
Yeah,
All right. All
just
right.
some days before Christmas, and during
Oh wow.
Christmas I was in coma. Yeah,
Oh gosh. Wow. In
yeah. It,
2011. Okay.
it wasn't it wasn't good. Yeah, I had a career accident. I was returning to my company because
Mhm.
I had a leather dresses company.
Okay. And
I produced.
what kind of company now? What one more
Uh,
time? Can you tell me? Can you repeat that?
yes, it was a leather dresses company.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Produced in the past.
Uh-huh.
My products were leather dresses, and I work
Okay.
for some big brand in the world, because I worked also for Versace, Jill Sander, you know,
Oh
that
wow.
brand.
Cool.
And I was
That's
returning.
wild.
Yeah, I was returning from a client, and I had this accident. But
Mhm.
just because in the night I worked so much, and I
So you
was
fell
so
asleep at the
tired,
wheel?
I think. Yeah, yeah. But my mother had a blackout. I
Hmm.
don't know why, but it I I get off during my driving to my
Hmm.
company. I was also near my company, but in I go over. I jump out from the car, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't broke nothing, no bones, nothing, but I had just a compression on my spine
Oh.
when I was rolling on the ground. And after I think 1 hour, there was the helicopter that take me to the hospital, and in the night they make a big surgery on my spine, and I was in coma for I think 5-6 days.
Wow.
I just get up after Christmas because it was 20 December in that moment. Yeah. So when I was looking for a solution for my spinal cord injury, I began again to train very hard. Also there in USA, in Miami, in particular, because I was there, to the Chris Reeve Foundation there to see. And at the end, I won my pro card in Glitter Gulf States in Louisiana. And
Nice.
after that, I returned back to I come back to Europe, and I won also the European Championship. And after that, I earned my pro card directly for 2 times. They gave me
Nice.
the pro card, and I began to compete as professional bodybuilder in 2015 in Body Power Pro. That was a competition that was in Birmingham in that period.
Okay.
After that, Body Power Pro, Toronto Pro, and the day after, the year after, in 2016, Nick Scott. Nick Scott convinced also the Pro League to make a wheelchair division in Arnold Classic, and it was the beginning of the success of our division.
Right.
Because I think that our division, not all the people know yet our division, and it's very
Right.
important that our division grow, because you know how is important for the person to see us on the stage.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Heck, when I first got injured myself, uh, like you were talking about, you were looking for a solution. So, I was in the hospital, and I hadn't even been on social media for years. I'd always kind of poo-pooed at the idea of like, social media is for people who have time for that sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
The first thing I did was, I started looking at social media anyway. I mean, I might have made a profile or something just so that I could, and then I was watching YouTube videos of other people who were in wheelchairs, and like the how tos, and it's like how to transfer, how to get in the car, how I drive, it right down to like how do I use the bathroom or how do I shower. Not that when you're in the rehab, they're teaching you all this stuff, but it's not the same as seeing somebody do it, do it by example. So as I got a little better and kind of was looking for that thing to do, I reached out to Bradley Betts at first, Brad Betts, and I was like, how do I get in on this? And this was in 2020-ish, I think, for me. How do I get in on it? And he's like, well, you just get in, and you start working out and you go. And that's kind of where I started, was uh, January 1st in 2021. I said, so 21-21 is when I started the journey. And I can see that, I was like, I really want to get on that stage with the Olympia stage, where everybody wants to be, right? So
Yeah.
and I'm still working for it. There is the national in Idaho, and I've kind of been talked into just waiting since I did a pretty hard prep for the Arnold there. My coach would like for me to wait and just put on some size and then try to come back next year. So I don't know. What do you think? You think I should compete in Idaho? It's only 9 weeks out now.
Yeah, but I think this sport is very long in preparation,
Yeah.
especially because the body need to assets every time a
Right.
new equilibrium, no,
Yeah.
the
Right.
muscles. So
Oh,
it's
and I'm
very
the same age as you. Like you and I, we're both 44. I'm 44. You're 44. I'll be
yeah, yeah,
45 in a few months. So
yeah.
yeah.
But I think that you can simply reach the Olympia stage.
Mhm.
Today is more difficult than last year also, and the last 2 years,
Sure.
because before 2 years ago, Nick Scott was the person that decided also with the Pro League
Mhm.
who was allowed to go on that stage. Now there is a complete qualification,
Right.
as all the other division, and maybe is more difficult to go
Right.
on stage.
Yeah.
But for me, is important. For example, now for me, Arnold Classic, the stage of the Arnold Classic are better as mediatic cover, also to compete with the the other
Mhm.
competitor, but the other best competitor, and so also to understand where to work to grow.
Right.
And Anno Classic, for many things is better is better than Mr. Olympia.
Mhm.
Uh, Mr. Olympia sure is the most important competition on the planet.
Right.
Uh, um, but I like more Arnold Classic in this moment. I
Gotcha.
think that
Gotcha.
in 1 year, if you can have more mass in
Mhm.
1 year, you can reach that stage without problems.
Gotcha. So hold off and just listen to my coach instead of being like
But
in a
what
hurry.
what is your plan for the next competition?
Right now, I'd like to hit the it's either going to be the Arnold Amateur next year or it's going to be the National next year. So the National is only if it's in June, then that's only 13 months out ish, 13 and a half months. So I mean, I should be able to put on some pretty good size in 13 and a half months and then come into that. And then there's another 8 months before the Arnold Classic wheelchair pro. And that would be like the first pro show. So I think that I could come in and I mean to be honest, like if I got my size right and shape right, I mean I feel like I could win it just like anybody else could. Like I know
Yeah, but
that you
I
have won
think,
it in the past, but I think that I could win it for sure. I mean, it all depends on the what the other competitors are bringing every time anyway. So
yeah, but I think that you have a very good shape because you have a large structure, also
mm,
with the clavicula very large, and is very good. Um, I
thanks.
I have as you the arms very long, so it's very difficult to put muscles on the arms
Right.
for the biceps, especially more than triceps. But
Yeah.
so for this reason, I I I train my arms minimum 2 times every week, and
Yeah. I started that too.
yeah, in two different ways.
Okay.
First training is with many weight, so the
hmm
intensity is on the weight, and the second training is on the technique. of
Mhm.
high intensity. So maybe I can do also 20 reps for every set, but at the 20th rep I'm finished.
Right.
And my muscle burn very hard. Every time I search and I go to the
Mhm.
limit, to the where my muscle is over.
Gotcha.
And
Where the
I
failure. You
yeah
trained with Dorian Yates, right? I mean,
yeah
tell me a little about that. What's that like? The
yeah
shadow himself.
yeah. I lived with Dorian for 5 months. The first 3 months and a half in Spain, and then in Los Angeles before the
Mhm.
Mr. Olympia 2019. And it was my my best experience in bodybuilding, because he changed my mind on training. I was 39 in that period. Um, and I understood really what is the limit, and
Right.
what means to go over limit. And to go over limit, you need a sparring partner during
Mhm.
your training, because is really important. Without a sparring partner, it is very difficult to reach that intensity.
Right. Okay.
Sometimes one set can be long also, almost 2 minutes
Mhm.
for the intensity, because you continue to stretch muscles to the end, and your sparring partner um, has to help you to close every
Right.
rep, but you have to do all the reps that you can do. Is
Mhm. Pushing
sometimes
past failure.
yes, sometimes I lost also my mind during training, because yes, it's really something of special, of over your limits,
It's
over
a
your
rush.
mind.
It's a hell of a rush.
You can,
Yeah.
yes, you burn all the glycogen that you have in your body. Dorian said me many times about alpha zone. Alpha zone is something that in 80s years, the bodybuilders, the most famous bodybuilders, were looking uh, uh, um, search for alpha zone. Alpha zone
Mhm.
is that zone where you can reach, and you can go over your limit, and
Mhm.
your mind is so usual to go over your limit, that you begin to have the habit to go in that zone.
Mhm.
uh, and when you can work just on the weight, on the overweight for you, so you are working on alpha zone. And alpha zone is something that in 80s and 90s was very very usual to search. Now today, that the training are more uh, are not so heavy, but
Mhm.
if we want to be big, we need that
Right.
heavy weight. Yeah.
No doubt. So you actually lived with Dorian Yates there. So did he like, he's like, you're gonna eat this. Do you have all your nutrition and stuff laid out for you? Like, what was that all about?
Yeah. During You want to know what I eat also with Dorian?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Like he's like, sit down and eat this. This is, what did the meal look like? A typical meal.
Yeah. Living with Dorian Yates is very strange because today Dorian Yates is a very yoga man, So
Mhm.
every morning he goes to the beach to make the salute to the sun,
Okay.
And,
Right, right.
he made yoga every day, and after that we went to train. We trained just for 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and I eat very much during the mass period with Dorian Yates
Yeah.
because generally I eat something as 4,000 calories every day, many proteins because 3 grams of proteins for every kilos. So I
Right.
was around 250, 260 grams of
Okay.
proteins net
Uh-huh.
weight. So you think that as meat is more than 1 kilos of meat every day.
Right.
Uh,
Well, yeah. That's a lot of
yeah,
meat to put down. What did the carbohydrates look like?
yeah. For the carb, the minimum in the bulk phase was 3 grams every kilos.
Okay.
So around I was around 400 grams of rice every day, and the
Mhm.
more also some cereals on the morning.
Mhm.
So it's hard to say, but I was really full of eating
Yeah.
every day for all the
Yeah.
day. Yeah,
Right. That's the hardest part, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. And during the cutting phase, um, the carbs goes very down, and
Right.
also the fat goes
Uh-huh.
a little down. The fat just from extra virgin oil, and the maximum of that 30 grams of extra virgin oil just
Right.
to put on your eatings.
Okay.
uh, the, the meat was the same 3 grams every kilos,
Mhm.
and the carbs was the thing that go that went down.
Mhm. The most
I- i-
dramatic.
Yeah, yeah. You think that 1 gram every kilo.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's hard. That's not a lot, is
So,
it?
so it's just 100 grams of rice every day. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh man. Which that's
yeah,
the way it cut goes, isn't it? So wow.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
yeah. Very
that's
heavy.
far out. So let's see. So you're going to come back in when is the Olympia this year? November. You're going to come back to the Olympia in November now.
Yeah, I think that I come back to USA maybe at the end of August in
Okay.
Florida, and I went there to train again and to focus on Olympia. I think Olympia this year is in October, and is
Okay.
the
October. Yeah.
yes, is the 60th anniversary, of
Right.
Olympia. So maybe is very important, and also because you have seen that many competition now important competition now are in the east of the world, because many athletes have some problems to go to USA as
Right.
the Iranian, Arab, and
Mm.
the great athletes. So
Mhm.
here in Europe, we speak. I heard very much to speak about the Dubai Pro and these other competition in the Emirates. So I
Mhm.
think that the next step for Mr. Olympia is to be itinerant again as in the past, because in the past, you know that Olympia was in South Africa, in Italy one time in 1989.
Okay,
Uh,
gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
so I think that in the future, also to make it more simple for many athletes, it will be itinerant again, and maybe it will go also in the rest of the world.
Right.
And maybe this 60th anniversary can be the beginning of that new course of the Mr. Olympia. Yeah.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah, it's the 60th anniversary. That's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one. It's in Las
Yeah.
Vegas this time, isn't it?
Yeah, Las Vegas. Yeah, but I prefer Orlando than Las Vegas, because in
Yeah. Why is that?
Orlando, yeah, because Las Vegas is Las Vegas, but Orlando is the organization is more. Also the stage in Orlando was better than in Las Vegas every time. And
Hmm.
Las Vegas is full of people, not only the bodybuilding people. So
Okay.
is really
A more
is
mixed
really
crowd out there in Vegas.
yeah,
Whereas like in Orlando, everybody that's there is there pretty much
yeah,
because of the Olympia, not because it's, hey, this is Las Vegas. I got you. So
yeah.
the Olympia is the
But
main attraction in Orlando.
yeah, yeah. You think that last time I was in Las Vegas, I was there just for the 4 days of the competition, and you know that in our division we have not the hotel
Right.
from the federation, and I think that I spent $1,000 to stay there for
Oof.
that 4 days, and
Yeah.
and I was in a hotel. In Orlando, I was in an apartment, and for more than for 10 days, and I spent the
Mhm.
same there. So also for this is better, is uh, you can eat what you want there, so
Gotcha.
it's better for many
So,
things.
so now this is a question that I'm sure that probably everybody in wheelchair bodybuilding, amateur wise, wants to know. Like, do you have sponsors that help you pay to get this contests, or
Yeah.
uh,
Yes, I have a big sponsor that here
uh-huh.
in Italy is excuse me,
Hmm.
is one of the biggest nutrition company,
Okay.
supplement company.
Mhm.
Excuse me, I take the water
Oh yeah, yeah. Take your time.
just a little bit. Excuse me for the bottle, but
No worries.
uh,
Got to keep
I have
the
this
whistle
sponsor
wet, they say.
that pay me monthly, so I am completely paid for all the year, and in
Okay.
this way I have no problem. I'm very happy because today I can say that is my work for this.
Hmm.
Here in Italy, I'm very known from the people. I'm famous because I went also on television many times. Also yesterday
Right.
I was in television for my Arnold Classic UK, and I was also in Italy in Tusiche Valles. I won a big prize money.
Hmm.
So and but I think that from 2016 I am a sponsorized athlete, and
Okay.
yeah,
That's
I'm very
awesome.
happy because my sponsor is Tsunami Nutrition here in Italy,
Okay. Right.
and
Gotcha.
he's investing very much on the athletes.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like that's awesome, man. That is awesome. I
Yeah.
I now, do you know if any any of the other pros have got like some sponsors like you, or are you pretty much like a standalone, or is it kind of the other pros like somebody has gotten a hold of them? I know Mutant was sponsoring Chad for a while, but then but unfortunately we lost Chad. So
Yeah, but
um,
you know that the sponsor depends very much
mhm,
from the socials media,
right, mhm,
the visibility, the attraction, these things. So my tip for all the people on Wedger is to go up with that, to work on that, because
mhm,
for example, also a podcast as you are doing is very important,
mhm,
because many people in the time can have access and can see this
right,
podcast and
right. It's all about getting visibility to the community. That's the whole point,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, that is
Right,
important. And we have also to speak about not only bodybuilding, but also what a wheelchair bodybuilder do to do
right,
this.
right.
Yeah, because it is very strange to see a half man. We can
Yeah,
see this, that is
right,
that is very big on the upper side and
right,
not so big in the low. So for many people is very interesting, and that they want to know something, but not just something. They want to know all, and it's
right,
important also for the education of people, the education to diversity, to transfer these, to communicate these without problems, because uh, okay, something happened to us, but in life many things happened. We have
that's right,
we are going we are going forward. It's not a
that's
problem.
right.
We go
Yeah,
on.
right,
We make what we want. We make what we love with passion, with a heart. Is this the reason of our bodybuilding? And
right,
this reason of bodybuilding maybe is more strong than the other reason that have the other athletes. So
sure,
it's very important communicate this to the persons.
right, right. I agree, 100%, 100%. So, but we're kind of we've been on for a bit now, and let's see. Now, I'm just wondering, because you're kind of we don't know a whole lot about you over here. How did you, like, what was your support system to get you through to this point? Right, like support system, meaning family. Were you married or anything like that at any point? Something like that.
What I have not understand. I have
Okay,
not
so
understood.
so like when you got hurt, like who do you lean on? You lean on your family, like you say you live by
Uh,
yourself, so you're very independent, man. But when you had initially gotten into the car accident and stuff, like who
yeah,
helped you after that? Was that your
yeah,
family, your support system there?
yeah. My biggest help was from my family,
Right.
sure.
Hmm.
Um, I am alone from when I was just 19, because I went
Right.
away from from the family's house,
Okay. Sure.
and so uh, I am very uh, usual to be alone.
Right. Right.
Uh,
It's nothing for you to be alone. Sure.
but in this case, my family was the key to go over my accident, over my disability.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. I don't like very much the word disability, because disability is something that you can do always in a different way, and
Sure.
I can't do all that I did before in a different way, because I can't
Right.
run with my legs.
Sure.
But so I know that there is something of different, but that different in some ways is also something that can give a plus to myself. Because, for example, I don't mind about my wheelchair, and I go to the gym as you every day to
Mhm.
push hard, and so this is just a condition, and the condition
Sure.
of wheelchair don't determine me, Gabriele. Gabriele
Right.
is here, and
That's right.
I'm doing my best every day, and this is the important. This is important
Nice.
for me. This is important for you. This is important for all the people in the world. When I see many people that don't do this, I think that they have to do this, because
They're
this
wasting
is
their
the
opportunity, aren't they?
yeah, life is an opportunity, and we have
Mhm.
just one shot, and we have to live this life in the best way possible.
That's right. That's right. So one last thing. Um, what advice would you give to, say, the newly injured wheelchair user, who's struggling to adjust to life in the wheelchair?
Okay. What are my tips for the new wheelchair guys?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
People who may be having a hard time right now.
Yeah, I want to say to the people that can have this in life, because something can happen. This can happen. Uh, that is full of hard moments, of moments in uh, that is very difficult to pass through. Uh,
Mhm.
but life at the end is stronger, more than we can imagine, and there is um, is important to live life.
Mhm.
Eh, Also in this condition, because this condition um, is nothing if you think that that life is a gift every day. For example, I want to say you a thing. When I exit from the hospital in 2012,
Mhm.
uh, my my first niece died,
Mhm.
and she died in front of me, my
Oh,
father, my family, and also my brother that was the father.
oh gosh.
So in that moment, I understood that is not important the condition. It's important to be here or not to be here,
Right.
because life is a moment, and
Right.
our responsibility is to live our life in the best way, in the best way
Mhm.
possible. So
Yeah.
uh,
That's it.
it's not
That's
it's,
right.
it's not finished. Nothing is finished for a wheelchair.
Right. Right.
Uh,
As,
you
as
can
long as you have breath in your body, you can push this thing
yeah,
around, right?
you can start you can start something of more bigger than before,
That's
because
right.
today I am living on my emotion, more than yesterday, and
Right.
this is the important thing. It's not important as a Pope, Giovanni Paolo II, said. It's not important how many miles you do on your legs, but it's more important how many miles you can do on your heart.
Oh, perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
This is
Love it.
this is what we have to think, and this is real. This
That's
is the
right.
truth. Yeah.
Absolutely. Man, I appreciate you talking with me today. I really do.
Yeah,
Uh,
excuse me for my English that is not perfect, you know.
I think you did great. I think you did great. Yeah. Yeah. Your English is superb as far because I can
I have
understand
to
you. I mean,
study. I have to
yeah.
study, but when I'll be in Florida for more time, I
Uh-huh.
think that I can learn very well. Yeah.
Right on. Heck yeah. So yeah, we'll keep in touch. How about it?
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you
Gabriel.
for. Bye.